beneath kilometers of ice that seem eternal. There's a secret impossible to imagine. A continent that today represents absolute cold was once a place of rivers, forests, and giant creatures. Antarctica was not always white. For millions of years, it was green, alive, and dynamic. When we look at the current landscape, silent and seemingly lifeless, it is hard to believe that dinosaurs once walked here and trees once grew. But the Earth keeps memory, and that memory is written in stone, fossils, and layers of sediment buried beneath the ice. This documentary is a journey into that hidden past, an exploration of prehistoric Antarctica, a world that disappeared, but still has much to tell us about the planet we inhabit today. Between 500 and 200 million years ago, the Earth was very different. The continents we know today were united into enormous landmasses. One of them was Gondwana, a supercontinent that included Antarctica, South America, Africa, Australia, India, and Madagascar. At that time, Antarctica was not isolated at the southern extreme. It was located farther north, receiving more solar energy and enjoying a temperate and humid climate. It was not a frozen pole, but a fertile region. Scientists reconstruct this past thanks to identical fossils found on continents now separated by oceans, and rocks that fit together like pieces of a continental puzzle. Prehistoric Antarctica was covered by vast forests. Giant ferns, primitive conifers, and trees similar to today's southern beaches dominated the landscape for millions of years. Rivers and lakes cross the continent, forming wetlands and floodplains ideal for a wide diversity of life. The soil was fertile and vegetation abundant, capable of sustaining large herbivorous animals. Fossilized trunks found today preserve growth rings, proof of well-defined seasons and a stable climate, very different from the present one. Although the climate was warmer, Antarctica already experienced a unique phenomenon: long periods of continuous daylight in summer and months of total darkness in winter. Plants adapted by entering dormancy during the dark months, reducing their activity without dying. This strategy allowed forests to survive year after year. Animals, including dinosaurs, evolved within this context. They were not occasional visitors. They were fully adapted to polar life. During the Triassic and early Jurassic periods, dinosaurs began to expand across Gondwana. Antarctica was part of these terrestrial routes. Dinosaurs encountered an environment rich in food, with abundant vegetation and available prey. It was not a hostile place, but a thriving ecosystem. Their remains became buried in river and volcanic sediments, preserved for millions of years until rediscovered. One of the most emblematic dinosaurs of Antarctica is Cryolophosaurus elioti. It lived approximately 190 million years ago, during the early Jurassic. It was a large carnivore, up to 7 meters long, with a striking transverse crest on its skull. This crest may have served for visual recognition or display. Cryolophosaurus was the dominant predator of its ecosystem, proving that even large hunters could thrive in polar regions. Among the forest walked Glacialosaurus hamri, a long-necked herbivorous dinosaur related to the great sauropods. Its size allowed it to reach high vegetation and store large energy reserves, a key advantage for surviving dark winters. The existence of Glacialosaurus confirms that Antarctica had enough vegetation to support enormous animals year-round. During the late Cretaceous appeared Antarctopelta oliveroi, an armored dinosaur covered in defensive bony plates. It shares environment with Tyrannosaurus santamartiensis, a small, agile, bipedal herbivore likely social in behavior, and Morosaurus antarcticus, a fast runner with long legs. This diversity shows that Antarctic fauna was not only present, but highly specialized and adapted. The greatest challenge was not extreme cold, but the absence of sunlight. For months, Antarctica was plunged into total darkness. However, temperatures were comparable to those of modern cold forests. There were no permanent massive glaciers like those seen today. Dinosaurs adjusted their behavior, reducing activity and making the most of available resources. Many dinosaurs likely possessed primitive feathers or insulating skin that helped retain body heat. Others had elevated metabolisms that allowed them to generate internal heat and remain active. Group living offered protection and energy efficiency. Some may have migrated seasonally, while others remained year-round thanks to extreme adaptation. Around 34 million years ago, Antarctica completely separated from other continents. The formation of the Antarctic circumpolar current altered the global climate. The continent became isolated, temperatures dropped, and ice began to spread slowly. Forests, rivers, and entire ecosystems vanished beneath a white mantle that still persists today. Today, Antarctica appears immobile and eternal, but beneath the ice sleeps the story of a lost world that reminds us the Earth is always changing. A continent that shifted from green to white shows us that no landscape is permanent, that the balance of the planet can transform completely. If Antarctica was able to change so radically once, what does that tell us about the future of the world we now call home?